Hey. Hi, everyone. We're just going to give it a few more minutes for a couple more people to join. I think we've got 3 more minutes, and then we'll get started. And we are recording, yeah. Going up, got 26 and 2 minutes to go. Almost on 40. Okay. Yeah, we are 45. We're almost at 50. Okay. 1 minute to go. Okay, it's 2 o'clock, and I think we've got quite a lot to get through in a short space of time. So I think I'm gonna start with some introductions. We've got 2 speakers today. We've got Bernard Forward, who's our regional manager in Africa, and we've got Sergey Marenich, who's our senior director of application development. We've got a bit of an agenda. Bernard, if you can just skip to the next page. Bernard's going to take us through the highlights from Summit. For those of you who missed it, or those of you who were lucky enough to come, we're going to go through some highlights. And then Sergey is going to take us through the new features and highlights of our new 2026 R1. And we're going to end off with Bernard doing some AI first strategy stuff on Acumatica. If you have questions, just type them in the chat and I'll read them out at the end. We are expecting over 200 people on the webinar, so I don't want to unmute, and it'll be a bit chaotic. So type your questions in the chat and I will read them out at the end. So I'll hand over to you, Bernard, for some highlights of Summit.
Great stuff. Thank you. I hope you can all hear me okay and see the screen. So I'm going to whip through the highlights of our summit, which was held in March, Sandton Convention Center, and we'll give you some of the highlights today, probably updated highlights as technology moves that fast these days. So a quick recap on what happened at our summit. So our summit actually was everyone attended on the Friday, but we started off on the Monday, and we had training tracks just out of interest. So we have a lot of partner enablement training going on. So we had very high interest in our developer training, which Sergey Marenich was out to do, in fact, and that's really interesting. We had customers and partners on that training. We had Win Academy practice owners and customer success training across the first couple of days. Then we had a partner day that was Acumatica partners only. John Case, who's our Acumatica CEO based in Seattle, was out, which was great. And we had our partner attendees, and we ran some workshops focused around customer success, customer onboarding, and leveraging AI in operations, which is kind of one of the topics for today, which is really important. And then we had our, we call it the Main Day Summit, which was held in the big ballroom at Sandton Convention. And we had over 600 people there, a lot of sessions. We had our marketplace running parallel. Marketplace are our partners, ISVs. And we had customers on stage. You can see some of the pictures here. We had John Case giving a keynote address again to the audience. And yeah, I think the key takeaway was Acumatica's growing here in Africa at a very good pace. And we expect our summit attendance next year to be about double this. So we are, growing quite aggressively in our region. So that's just the highlights of the actual day. I'm going to hand it over to Sergey Marenich now, who will take us through the highlights of the 26R1. And we've got an hour, so he's going to go as quickly as he can to take you through as much as possible. So Sergey, welcome. And I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Bernard. Hi, everyone. I want to present you a new version of Acumatica 2026 R1, which was released a few months ago. And I want to go with you through the most important, most interesting, crucial aspects and features that you should know and should be aware of. And I highly encourage you to try. As Bernard said, don't hesitate to ask questions. We're here for you. So put your question in the chat, and we'll do the best to clarify and help you to know more. All right, so I'll start my presentation with our pillars of product strategy. So how do we do our product? Where do we focus while we develop a product? And there are 5 main pillars that we have. It's future-proofed. We architect for decades, not just years. So we'll look at the product in the long term and long scale, making sure that you and your business can use this product for years and always stay current, stay fresh with the new technology, whatever comes next. Adaptability. We actually developing the software that everyone can use it. And it's from the usability perspective, from customizability, from configurations. Everyone can customize, can personalize software for their own needs. Everyone in the organization can use the software and can find useful things to be involved in the business. And everyone can integrate their pieces of workflows and business processes into Acumatica, keeping your business and keeping your product adaptable to your business needs. Industry specifics, we don't do just generic. Wherever you are in construction, manufacturing, distribution, we speak your nomenclature and solve your regulatory hurdles natively. User experience, the modern UI that we just released and will be talking a lot about today isn't just a fresh coat of paint. It's a personalized and personalized new technology that's actually changing the way how Acumatica is built and what can we do in the future. And AI, of course, AI first isn't just bolt on. It's a foundation part of the, we made sure that the AI is part of our framework and general product growth strategy. So from intelligent advisor catching different anomalies to AI studio that interacts with LLM of your choice, to the AI automation and the AI advisors, which are actually two-way communication between LLM and Acumatica, ensuring all the security and all data restrictions applied to the product. That's all our AI first strategy. These are the features and the things that are bringing the power of AI to your business, and we arming you with the actual intelligence. Bernard will talk more about AI, and meanwhile I'll go further. And let me introduce you to the Acumatica 2026 R1 release. It is available now. It was released in March, so it's already about 2 months since the 26R1 is on the market. So please, if you haven't tried it yet, I hope this presentation will encourage you to do so. Share, read the release notes, share the news with your colleagues. Try. There are a lot of interesting stuff, and we'll go through some of them today. So my presentation about 26R1, I'll start with technology acceleration, because platform is a huge part of Acumatica and some huge differentiator as well. So, and the first thing I want to highlight, it's a modern UI. For the past 3 years, Acumatica team worked very hard to upgrade our platform to the new era of technology, moving from the legacy framework to the modern, future-proven technology and tools which are compatible with AI and AI era software development. That was a huge project. Really, no doubts. It's tremendous because you need to change the huge piece of software, which is the user interface, without losing the value and losing the business logic. And I'm very proud that Acumatica was designed in a way where it was possible, and we made it possible, changing the whole user interface without losing the functionality and keeping the product stable. And I'm also truly proud to confirm that in 26R1, the modern UI is out there, and it's already seen the great adoption. So it's adaptable, it's scalable, it's configurable. It gives a lot of power even right now, but even more will come with the releases. And along the presentation today, I'll show you several examples. But the result for you is less time clicking, less time searching, more getting real work done on different devices, more adoption, and less learning curve. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend you to switch to the new UI and try. In 26R1, you can do that by default, and you can switch every screen separately. So you can choose which user interface is better given your circumstances. So the next big thing, which is also possible with the new UI, is updates and reporting. And we know it's a one of the clear areas of the feedback from all of you, all our partners and customers, who are telling us we need more reporting tools, better reporting, better visibility, more data out, and that we listen. And in 26R1, as part of the new UI adoption, we updating the reporting tools to the new UI as well. One of them is the dashboard designer, which was upgraded with the new additional widgets, new technology integrated with AI capabilities and things like this. So the result is better visibility, faster insights, fewer surprises. But one particular thing I want to stop actually and to tell you more as a part of the upgrade of reporting tools is a tool that is called Inside Excel. Inside Excel, it's actually Excel plugin, that native Excel plugin that connects directly with Acumatica and allows you to get the data. So look, as we actually open in the standard balance sheet report from Acumatica. Now, with Inside Excel, you have a button there, Excel Connected. That's a new button which is available with Inside Excel. When you click on that, the Excel file will be downloaded, which is the balance sheet report. But that's not simple balance sheet report. It's actually connected to Acumatica through the APIs, and this Excel report has the formulas which dynamically gets the data right from Acumatica. So if you modify any formula, like in this example, with changing the period from 2 to 3, the data will be recalculated, and it will be recalculated from actual values that you have inside Acumatica. We know how you like Excel, and I think these tools bring them combinations of what you can actually, like all the Excel power that you can get right on your machine, and actually a real up-to-date Acumatica data right from there. Plus, this also supports the drill down, right? So just now on the video, you saw how we actually can drill down into the cache assets to see the exact transactions, and the transactions also actually the Excel plugin got it from Acumatica. So all the standard analytical reports such as balance sheet, profit and loss, cash flows now available in the browser version, or you can open them inside Excel with the Acumatica Excel plugin. And you can slice and dice data. You can produce the formulas right into the Excel, and the data will be calculated based on Acumatica data. So that's where we bring the power of Excel and the data insights that you have in Acumatica in one place, giving you even better tools to understand where your business is. Okay, so next thing I want to highlight, and it's also connected to the modern UI, it's activity stream. So I know you remember the activities which you can put on many different screens, such as tasks, email, messages, notes. It's very heavily used in the cases, opportunities, but not only, like you can put it in many places. In 26R1 release, you can actually do even more with this. And let me show you the quick demo of this. So look at this. This is my opportunity screen. So I'll quickly refresh it. And here, as in the older versions of Acumatica, you have the list of different activities. So if I want to read an email, I need to switch to this email, right? But sometimes it's not very convenient because I need to search. If I want to search, what do I do? So with 26R1, we bring in a new possibility of activity streams, which allows you to see all the activities in one single list. And even more so, if you click show more, show less, it shows you the whole body of the email with the documents, with ability to open the email, reply or forward it right from this activity stream. So it's much more modern control, looks like Outlook or similar application. And that's the benefits of upgrading our UI technology, because more advanced, more user-friendly, more creative and nice controls are possible to do in Acumatica. Okay, moving next. So we now it's time to switch to the actual editions and speak about the business functionality. And I'll start with distribution and retail. So first thing we will talk about, it's a cross-sell. Cross-selling has always been a challenge. Huge catalogs, changing buying patterns, and manual maintenance of the cross-sell catalogs. It's slow, error-prone, and tough to keep. We are introducing an AI cross-sell assistant that changes that. It analyzes your sales history, identifies the most relevant items to sell together, rank it and score it, so you know what's likely to drive additional sales. So let me show you. On the stock items, you can see laptop, and there is a new tab, related items, where you can see ranks and relevance of the different cross-sell items. These cross-sell items are brought automatically, and notice the relevance. We can control here the items that the relevant items that you want to sell together with the high relevance, the first 3 items. But the last one, the 4th one, with the lowest relevance, we actually can switch off. So you control what items are actually visible, but you have an algorithm, the machine ML, which actually analyzes the history and suggests you the items. The manage cross-selling suggestions, that's a screen workspace where you can review everything the AI system generates across all the items. And this is your control center where you can accept suggestions all at once. And again, you can choose and pick and look at the relevance and ranking of all the cross-sell items across the board by the different items, by the classes, basically by the filter you do. And you can approve them. So you can choose from the suggestions what you prefer to use. So for the laptop, we approve top 3 items and leave the low ranked inactive. So now in the sales orders, once approved, the suggestions appears there. So when you add laptop to the sales order, the related items show up in and ranked in the corresponding panel. Now even the new sales representative can recommend the right accessories with confidence and drive your sales up. Next feature I want to highlight is order orchestration assistant. Management fulfillment across multiple warehouses is very tough. Like your orders can come from e-commerce sales, online shopping carts, EDI integration, phone calls from the shop, and by the noon you need to start picking because you need to meet the carrier deadlines, right? But what if the warehouse is assigned incorrectly? What if not optimal warehouse is assigned? You're losing the cost on the wrong delivery, or someone needs to manage it manually. So we're introducing the orchestration mechanism, which allows you allows Acumatica to help you with orchestrating and choosing the right warehouse, which is closer or have corresponding inventory. So it lets you orchestrate hundreds of orders in seconds, handle rush requests instantly, and automatically select the best fulfilling path. Let's look at this. So you can orchestrate orders in bulk on the process order screen, where if you choose the corresponding actions, you can just select all the orders and the orchestration process will be running for you. So your rules, your priorities, but handled by Acumatica. You also can orchestrate an individual order. So once on the sales order, you can click the button orchestrate, and then systems checks the inventory and applies rules and recommends the best way to fulfill. Where you have items, what a warehouse locations is more optimal, and so on. The dialog box shows you the plan, so you can review how decisions was made, but then the orchestration details will pop up and fulfill and actually update the order with the appropriate suggestions, and all in one step. So that helps you to get the right inventory. So let's move next, and the next thing I want to highlight you is the modern customer portal. Some of you may have seen the Acumatica self-service portal in the past. The old portal was like an online self-service tool that brings your clients, like your clients who are into your Acumatica ERP instance to perform the self-service action. However, the design and the user experience of the old portal fell short. And with the modern UI, another thing which was possible and powered by the modern UI, we introducing the new reimagined, I would say, the modern customer portal. So in Acumatica 26R1, it's actually fully launched, and you can try it. So it's a new version of the previous portal with the additional scenarios, which allows the portal is built on an Acumatica framework and Acumatica modern UI, and delivers the streamlined experience for the users who are using, like your internal users are using your ERP, where your external users, your customers, vendors, or other people can use the portal to get their self-services. But it's all connected to the same Acumatica, the same set of the data, so you have real-time data all the time. When you use a modern portal, you save administrative time while giving your customers the ability to handle the interactives with your company in their preferred time and so on. There are several crucial pieces of the portal I want to highlight. So it supports the financial management, case management, business-to-business ordering, and we also, the same as in the old one, but in the new version, it's powered by the new UI. Plus, we're covering additional scenarios that were not there, and especially one good thing is there is online payments with the credit cards. In our new portal experience, you also can have multiple different portals with the centralized portal management. So you can control your portals from your ERP, but at the same time, you can have multiple different portals. So you can have different brandings for the different group of customers. So for example, you sell in apparel from one portal and let's say machines from the other one. The modern interface helps the external users to get faster adoption of the Acumatica without need to train and with less support from your side. Okay, actually, instead of a lot of words, let me show you this quickly. I think that's a pretty powerful thing. So that's the portal, but I want to quickly refresh it. Okay, wait a second. So quickly refresh it. So the portal, as I said, so it's a web application which is based on Acumatica framework and lives separately to make sure your security and access. So when the portal allows you to have, like right now, portal has several different scenarios. So for example, the business-to-business ordering, case management for help and assistance, and the financial management for reviewing the statements, paying the invoice. Let me show you the quick scenario with the catalog. So one of the powerful features of the portal for the distribution and retail industry is actually business-to-business ordering. So we made this portal similar to like online shopping cart. So you can look at the items, you can click on the items, zoom in, get the description and information on each of the specific items. And when you're ready, you can put items into your shopping cart. So when you browse in, the portal automatically loads the items available with different filtering criteria like in the norm, like all other shopping carts. So when you're ready, you can go to your cart and look at the items that you're purchasing. You can modify the quantities and then proceed through the checkout process. Like everywhere else. Checkout process will move you through the payment applications, through the shipping criteria, and Acumatica modern portal allows you to also pay with the credit card powered by Acumatica payments right there. Here, right there instantly. So here we have shipping information, billing information, payment methods. Based on your business experience, you can use the credit card payments or any other type of the payments. You can review your order and place the order. So when the external user places the order, it immediately will get the information back to Acumatica, so you can so your sales representatives on Acumatica side will get the notifications and the order. So when the order is placed, you can actually review, the user can review the orders on available orders and on the corresponding self-service information. You can also proceed to pay them in bulk or individually. So overall, portal opens quite a lot of possibilities for the self-service and self-interaction. All right, so let's move next. And I'm moving to the construction and professional services editions. So first thing I want to start with, it's actually improvements in the labor and time tracking. We have exposed flexible clock-in, clock-out options on Acumatica mobile device, allowing the construction and professional service workers to clock in and clock out from their mobile devices wherever they are, on the job site or in the office. So this and track their time and labor related to the appropriate tasks, so you have the right cost assignment. We also improved the time cards, and the cards periods now aligned with the payroll periods. So for example, if the employee is paid bi-weekly, their time cards also can be bi-weekly. So previously it was limited to the number of days you can show in the time card. Now you can choose the way how many days, what is your pay period, and tie that with the time cards. Another big thing which we have in the Acumatica 26R1 is the improvements in the core of the project accounting. And one idea which actually brought by the customers is how the project and branches are working together in the financial reporting. So one of the biggest feedback which we received from you is that the job needs to drive the branch for the proper accounting. And let me show you the demo of how project and branches automation works. So there are preferences that controls the rules how the branches and projects work together. So you can select define the branch, the branch for the project in the lines in the document or nowhere, so you can have a control, and you can define if you want to have validation or not. So now when you do that, let me show you the example how will it work in the product. So look at the different projects here, and they have different branches of production wholesale, production retail, and some other of them. So different projects, different branches. Let's come to the bills and adjustments and look here at the different lines. So we choose the project, and you see that the branch is automatically changed to retail. You choose another project, and the branch will be changed again. So that's how it works. So like basically when you enter in the document, the branch will be automatically assigned in the corresponding to your project. So you don't have a you minimize the occasions where you have incorrectly posted cost, and less attention from your data entry accounting people who are actually controlling that. So job controls the costs where they're posted. Another thing which I want to, another big, huge and tremendous feature that we've been working for quite some time, and this is very important for the construction projects, it's a material management. A project may require materials that you need to plan even before the work begins. Like even before you start the project, you may need to order some materials. By budgeting materials and managing them properly, you can ensure that the project runs smoothly, and then that materials all available on time. And that's not even counting that you have some phases. So you may have materials by the specific phases. And project managers need the ability to see where the materials are. Do we need to order something for tomorrow? Are there materials for the workers to actually do that? In the in the 26R1 version, this problem is solved really well with the new functionality, which is called material management or project materials. I want to show you a demo of this one. So let me quickly refresh the instance. And now in 26R1, you have the workspace, which is called project materials. So you choose the project, and here you have you have a list of all the materials that are needed for your project. Here you can upload the list of the materials from Excel file, from, for example, from your quotation, from your quote, and manage them all together. Doesn't matter how many phases, how many, what is the timeline, what's actually your Gantt, but you can see here all of them and actually manage them from here. So this is the really control center. So from every line here, you can actually, first of all, understand how many materials you need, like your required quantity, but you also can see the available quantity, and you can see what is the situation with your current materials that you request. So look at this here. So for example, we have inventory source, and that's how we fulfill these materials. So like some of them were taken from the free stock, some of them we need to take from the project stock, and some of them they were purchased and they were stored on the project side, and some of them we still need to purchase and we need to create the purchase orders. So here you can see that the AA machine needs to be purchased, and there is a purchase order created by this control panel. So when you need to purchase something, you just click the button, create a purchase order, and this will create a demand for the purchasing department to start the fulfillment. When you need drop shipments, you can associate the line with the drop shipment as well. When you need just dispatch and you need pick list, that's where you can create a material issue for the materials which are already on the warehouse but needs to be sent to the site. And that's all with the accurate tracking of your quantities, where they are, when they are available, when do you need them, and like basically control if you have materials for tomorrow to perform your work. Plus, additionally, I want to highlight that this workspace connects your project materials with all the corresponding documents across the system. So in the side panel, you can see material issue documents, which are pick lists, and actually the documents that will issue your materials. In the line details of the purchase orders, you can see your purchase order and navigate to there, like see where they are, and the allocation of the quantities and even lot serial numbers if you need. So this is the huge thing, I would say, allowing you to control your materials on your project. All right, let's move next. And the next one is the actionables insights of your project. So there we introduced we improved the dashboards and the possibilities to navigate, get the information out of the dashboard, so you can see actually where your project, and this is the 360 view of your projects and all the materials. You can navigate through the different items and see your all your documents related to your projects, tasks, cost projections, subcontracts, or anything else. So all the things in one single place. But there are even more things under your fingertips. So look at this scenario. So we are navigating to the potential change orders, and this will drill down us from the project 360 view to the generic inquiry of the change orders. And here you actually have the anomaly detection in action. So you see that the certain lines are highlighted in red. That's our AI anomaly detection, highlighting that certain items are out of normal. So they are they need to be checked. So, and anomaly detection is highlighting this to you, so you can make a decision if this change makes actual sense, and you can review them one by one, or if this is actual anomaly and you need to take action on that. So anomaly detection gives you the information if something is right or wrong, and you make the decisions. We also improved the document management capabilities for the construction and professional services, allowing you to maintain and manage your files and documents. So we're starting again from the project status, but then we go into the managing files by managing files, and here you have the file organization workspace for your projects. So projects have we actually implemented a tag-based system, so you can tag your files. They automatically appears into your organizational document structure. This workspace allows you to actually look at the files, filter the files, update the versions of the files, look at the preview, and even with the PDF annotator, annotate the PDF files and actually get the real-time updated information into the system as a source of truth. We also implemented auto-tagging, the functionality allowing the systems to automatically manage your files with AI. So AI will help you to keep the structure of your files, knowing that people, it's always hard for the people to manage it. All right, and I'll finish my presentation with the manufacturing edition. The biggest feature in the manufacturing, it's a shop floor kiosk, which we know that for the production, the actual costing and the actual costing is one of the most the biggest problem, because you need to know what is your actual cost associated with every production line. And shop floor kiosk is a tool for the engineers on the shop floor to actually keep these tracks accurately. So, and look at this. This is when the employee walks into the shop floor, they are not overwhelmed by the too many screens. That's a specialized tailored software which allows them to see only the work they need to do. This is a stripped, simplified version of Acumatica available for the shop floor. No search, no guesswork. So when the employee is ready to start the production order, it chooses the operation they need to do, clicks the clock in, and the work starts. So the time and cost, associated cost, will be automatically captured. So when the employee clocks in, they may need to review materials. They may need to see the steps that they need to perform accordingly to the manufacturing, and also the instructions if there. So the shop floor kiosk gives all this information right there. And then the employee, when the employee is having the work in the progress, they actually can report the completed quantity by also clicking the corresponding button and updating the quantity they complete. So this automatically updates the manufacturing edition in the background, helping the track all the actual cost. And then when it's done, we just clock out, finalizing the time tracking. So you know the items are used, time is used, and then this gives you the most accurate manufacturing cost for your analysis, cost analysis, and all operational needs. All right, I need to. I want to wrap up, but before I wrap up, I actually want to highlight that's just scratching the surface. There are so many other features. I was talking fast because I wanted to give you more information and review this video. But please download the 26R1 version, look at them, and try them. There are more than 1,000 features we've created in the last year. And they all based on your feedback, your inputs, and your needs. So thank you very much. try it. Bernard, back to you.
Thank you, Sergey. Thank you. No, I was going to ask the question. I thought there were hundreds, but there's literally over 1,000, thousands of new features, which is kind of unheard of in ERP these days. But that's Acumatica, and we have the 2 releases a year, So yeah, so Sergey, applause to him because he's been with Acumatica from the early days and key in building this great platform. All right, so I want to share my screen and just switch over to myself here. Just give me a sec. And I should be with you now. All right, let me get my PowerPoint back and I'll be up. So I'm going to go reasonably quickly to go through the AI stuff. And I'm glad that we had a good look at 2601 features. It's super impressive, and as Sergey said, scratching the surface. So focus on AI. It is a hot topic and becoming more so, I think, as we move through 2026. AI, Acumatica AI that works for you, I think, is the strategy that we spoke about 2 years ago. And when I say they, in terms of leadership in the USA, and I liked that idea because I thought, AI is all great as long as it's doing something. So I want to take you through a brief history of where we are, what's coming, and why the AI first strategy is important. I'll show you, I think Sergey showed you a little bit of anomaly detection. So I'll show you behind the scenes how that works briefly. And then I'll take a bit of a deeper dive into the AI studio, which is really probably the most important parts of AI and AI automation, getting the benefits of AI. And I'll finalize my little session with talking about the platform and why the platform is important. Whichever ERP you're running, the platform is becoming super important because of this world we're in now with AI. It's super important. So I'll explain what I mean by that. So just in terms of AI, so AI has been around for a long time. So it started out, I was reading up about Eliza, which was some software. It was a chatbot invented in 1967 at MIT. And literally it was kind of a bit of a smoke and mirrors chatbot, but it did natural language processing and was amazing in those days. But that's way back. And we've gone all the way through to where we are now in 2026. I think most of us saw the light when we first saw AI. It was ChatGPT. It was in 2022 or 2023 when we first looked at it. And I think we're all still kind of scratching our heads and saying, what is going on? Because it's going so fast. So for those that want to know if it's interesting, GPT, what does that mean? It means generative pre-trained transformer, which is the technology word for what it is. And then AI is what we're dealing with now in agents, but we've got this thing coming very soon called artificial general intelligence, which means AI can do everything. And then next we've got artificial super intelligence, which means it can do everything better than us. So that's coming, and it's not a maybe, it's a certainty. When AGI arrives, could be, people are saying 2040, but now they're talking more like 2028. These MCP servers are becoming really useful. I know Sergey likes to show that. We're not going to show that today. Model context protocol servers. Is it scary? Well, it is scary because it's new. I think when we first saw the internet, it was scary. When people first saw steam engines, they were probably scary. So I think it's scary because it's new technology, but it's probably more scary because we don't know what to do with it. We're not sure how we might get left behind. Is it overhyped? I don't believe so. I think it's not a hype at all. And the benefits are huge. So what we've just been through from 2023 to it's a short period of time. The inflection point is in the rearview mirror as usual. So we passed those points. And where it started off as experimental technology, where we'd use AI to say, hey, ChatGPT, tell me about this, or what's the best steakhouse in this town? And we thought, wow, it's better than a search. So a bit like a search engine, but it's turned into autonomous workflow, which we're using already, and I'll show you that. So I think AI adoption should be and will be mandatory, that if you're not adopting AI in your organization yourself for useful purposes, to speed things up, to do things quicker, you shouldn't not be adopting it. I don't know a nice way to put it, but you're going to be left behind. So focusing on adoption is important. Start with something small. Start with something and work with agents you trust, just like you trust your lawyer or your doctor or your dentist. You trust them. You've got to trust your AI, and you've got to make sure that you're secure with it. We'll make sure you're secure with Acumatica and it, or them. But get the adoption going. So what we're seeing in the next 4, 5, 9, 8, 10 years, whatever, we're going to see this for sure. We're seeing the agentic AI and the virtual AI, the digital AI growing already. And we're going to see the humanoid robotic AI growing very, very fast as well, which again might be scary, but it's a bit like machines in the third industrial revolution. This is now the fourth or the fifth. I'm not sure how many industrial revolutions we've had. We're going to see huge efficiency and innovation. We're going to see deflation. So efficiency causes things to cost less, which is deflation. We're also going to see people changing what they're doing, and we're going to see roles. We're going to have less people working in call centers and more AI doing those jobs. But we're still going to see people doing other things. AGI, who knows when that's going to arrive. So in terms of our AI first strategy, this is Acumatica's strategy, what we're doing right now. So helping you with things, the help in the old days, and I still get annoyed with help in certain products of our name, where it doesn't give me any help at all. And I like the AI agentic help because it's super good. So interactive assistance is something that's already there, and we're using that. Getting tools that work with you and personalized tools. Automation is the big elephant in the room that's where we get our benefit from AI. It's not so much the advice it gives us, but automating things in the background so that we end up with a digital twin. So the system of record, the accounting system became the ERP, becomes the system of intelligence. That's where we're headed, and we're actually there right now. Nothing's changed though in terms of the platform. So data and your quality of data, nothing's changed there. Accuracy of data, except for the fact that to get the AI to operate in the center here, you don't have silos of information that disagree. Silos of information, that old sort of best of breed, still exists, but we want to have less of that. So if possible, do everything in a single system. Sometimes you need 2 or 3, but make sure those systems have a unified view of that data and the accuracy is there. We get insights and forecasting from our systems. We still do privacy and security, super important, even more so. An extensible platform so that we have APIs wherever we want them to connect to these new tools. Workflow automation built into the system, not separated, and integration, as I mentioned, with at the center, your AI machine learning, right? So that's kind of the platform enablement. Here's what it looks like from a diagrammatic vision. So this outside circle, here's our Acumatica Cloud ERP, which the developers call the XRP platform. It's super secure. It's super robust. It's rock solid. It can be shape-shifted. Like Sergey was showing you how the screens can be changed by clicks of buttons, and it can be customized, right? So it's a great platform. And in the old days, it was input via keyboard. Now it's changing to other input like voice. Your ERP business logic does not change. What has changed, and your ERP data does not change, and your output changes a bit, but it's still, text and voice and pictures. What is changing is we've got AI inside of Acumatica, so machine learning and AI in Acumatica, like anomaly detection, like assistance. No need for the outside. It's in the box. But this is the genius part. So the LLM, bring your own LLM, is how Acumatica is enabled through secure connectors you to leverage your open AIs of the world, your ChatGPTs, your Anthropics, your DeepSeeks, whatever else you want to use. Okay, that's the power, really one of the big power features. So I'm going to just jump into live Acumatica. I'm watching my clock here. So when I'm presenting, time goes fast, but I think I started quite late. So I'm going to quickly show you how we do some of these things. So let's jump into Acumatica. So the way, what Sergey was showing you on the screen just now was the end result of showing you something that's not usual in your data. An anomaly is something that's not normal. In the old days, we had exception reports. In the old days was last week, okay? Exception reports, what's out of line. But anomaly detection is something different. It's saying what doesn't look right here. So this report I'm on here is a generic inquiry. It's a report in Acumatica called sales order with machine learning, sales order margin analysis. And by clicking this button, detect anomalies. Okay, if I switch it off, my anomaly detection tab disappears. If I switch it on, I'm going to go and give it some rules about how do you want to detect? What do you want to track? Margin, okay? How often do you want to track this? Weekly, daily, on demand, monthly. So these are some settings that allow me to then click this detect anomalies button and run anomaly detection. But that normally happens in the background automatically, right? So quick stop on that. What I'm going to do now is jump into 2 things. So let's start with the internal LLM inside Acumatica, which includes other things. And let me show you. So generate models for text completion is AI. That's machine learning that tracks what any user types in the system and turns that into auto text completion, but not like WhatsApp that types embarrassing things sometimes. it's actually tracking what I'm typing, so it'll speed up my processing. And I can actually run this in the background in Acumatica to say, run this machine learning across all my users automatically. Those that run Acumatica that are in the audience will know this is called automation. So this step here, I can say run it every whatever all day long, and it does that. Okay. And the other thing here, detect anomalies and recognize we just touched. Generate cross-setting suggestions. Sergey did that already. I'm going to show you two things now. I'm going to show you some AI inside of Acumatica here, the AI assist. I'm going to show you the LLM connectors. All right. So let's go here first. I'll just bring my screen back to my dashboard. So dashboards are great. It shows me information. And this is showing me in this dashboard stuff around sales, top items sold. What if I want something different? Okay. So I'm going to ask the LLM here. I've cut and pasted to speed up. What was the worst selling item in 2025? So it's now checking the GRs, the same old queries that we have throughout Acumatica on any data. Again, while it's doing this, I'm going to say again, the platform is so important, because if you've got silos of information, this AI assistant won't necessarily see the information if it's sitting outside in some other CRM and some other warehouse system and some other inventory management system. So the fact that you've got all these tools in the box in Acumatica, from your projects to your warehouse management, to your inventory management, to your sales order processing, to your, everything is in the box. It's got a high chance of finding all the information in one place. Okay. So, and you'll notice some of my queries up here are similar things. Which customer logs the most cases? I asked that just before the meeting started. It says here are the 3 customers, but it's giving me insightful information, often with, and it just generates these graphs that you normally used to see on dashboards immediately. Okay, so it's executing that. Because I'm pushed for time, I'm going to come back to it, let it run, and execute that query. And I'm going to show you something here, right? So what I'm going to show you now is this thing called the LLM prompt and LLM connection. So large language model, these are these tools that we use, right? Are super powerful. They can do a lot of things. I'm going to show you 2 use cases today. So the LLM prompt is something that I can configure pretty quickly. It's a no-code, like most of Acumatica, no-code configuration. So I'm going to show you this one here called Burns Case Closure Notes. What is a case? It's a problem. In CRM and Acumatica, in any system, you've got cases. And this Case Closure Note 2026 webinar is using an LLM connected to OpenAI. Okay, it could be other. I've told it to put a button on a screen. Watching my time here. The screen I'm putting the button on is the case screen. I've said the button name is Generate Case Closure Report. Okay, I can change that to Case Closure Notes. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'll save it. And the prompt is the plain English prompt saying, I'm telling the AI, you're a technical support document specialist integrated with Acumatica to create comprehensive case closure notes. All right, so that's what I'm telling the AI to do. And let's go to a case. I've got 5 minutes left. We'll go quickly. So here's a case. And I want to run the case closure note automation on this, because what happens with a case, you have things going up and down. The customer contacts you and says, product faulty. Okay. So the customer contacted me. This is the task tracking in Acumatica. I say, check the plug fitting. Okay. Then there's a case log and there's emails. I went to site. I said, please fit the plug correctly. She says it's working after plugging it in. Customer's happy it's working, but not satisfied with the level of service we gave. Okay. So the closure note is sorted. Okay. But that's not very professional. If I click the button here, generate case closure note, I'll just save the sorted. This is my normal, what I would do as a human being. But generate case closure notes using the AI LLM connector will probably give me a better, because I've told it, give me the points. And at the bottom, which I didn't have time to show you, I said, tell me what we did wrong on this case and tell me what the customer did wrong. And so here are the case closure notes, looking at those activities, summarized nicely. What we did wrong, we successfully did this. The case notes lack detailed documentation. What the customer did wrong, the customer didn't provide detailed information on the initial symptoms, etc. Okay, and that is an example of a closure note. Very quickly, I'm going to try and show you the last automation, which is using the AI to generate a new product description. I'm going to choose an item here. This is my memory button in Acumatica, just so it speeds up my process. I'm literally going to run this and I'm going to take Q&A. So what are we doing here? Remember we were looking at a customer portal just now, or if you're in Acumatica, you're running e-commerce sync. Okay, you've got a whole catalog system running here, and Acumatica's got a very good description, extended description. But my description says nice braai. Okay, that's my description. Not very good. Now I'm going to change this. This is called Weber Smoky Joe 14-inch portable grill. Well, let's leave it at that. I could change it to another product, but I'm going to say to this AI, you generate the description. And I've told the AI prompt, you're a professional copywriter, and not only do I want a description, I want a picture. Okay, you come up with a picture for me. You come up with just be creative. It'll probably come up with something like, but this, I've never done this before, but this is the first time ever I'm running this on this item. So let's see what it does. So it's going out to the worldwide internet, everything, and finding what the hell is a Weber Smoky Joe 14-inch, and there's the description. Okay, generated, brand Weber. It gives me all the technical stuff. There's my AI image description, which it made up. I didn't. I'm gonna whack that straight into an AI tool. Okay, I'll stick it in Google Gemini, and I'll say, hey, generate this for me right now. Okay, so I can stick it in my catalog. Now, in the old days, I'd have to have a photographic crew go to a campsite because it said folding picnic table. The AI made this up, not me. Glowing coals, a chrome grate. Okay, it sounds very nice. Burgers. This person handing this and that. So it's generating an image. First time ever. It's a brand new image. It's mine. I can use it. It's not licensed to anybody. There's no crew. Should take about 20 seconds to generate. Okay, let's see. Because I'm in a rush, it'll take 30. I want to end here. So there's the image coming up. Right. Yeah, very nice image. Okay. So I'll go to this and say download it. Full size image. I'm going to grab this image and stick it on my desktop to speed things up. Because my downloads folder, I never get to find it. So there it is. Okay, got it. Showing folder. I'm just going to copy it into my desktop and I'll stop here. Copy.
Yeah, Shannon's going to
tell me time's up. Thank you.
2 minutes.
It always happens to me. Yeah, I'm always the one. So let me just stick it on my desktop quickly, and I'm going to grab it, and I want to show you 2 more slides after that. So that's the long way. I could have just pushed it straight through to Acumatica. I've done it that way to show you what's happening. So going back to my item, I would now say to Acumatica, grab that image, which is way nicer. Sorry. Grab the image now. Because I'm going quickly, it'll take longer. I normally click straight through to my desktop. But if I can't grab it, I will stop because I'm taking too long now. So I'm gonna stop there because I want to show you 2 more slides. So I would upload the image. So okay, I'm not going to do that now. It's a pity, but due to time, I want to show you this last slide here, which is important. So this concept of platform, the important thing with ERP, if you guys are on Acumatica, that's good. If you're not, platform is the critical thing. And why is it critical? Because you want a single code base with extensible APIs, with security, with cross-functional design ethics, so that everything talks to everything, from cash book to CRM to projects to inventory to warehouse. That's easy to use and learn. It's intuitive and gives you a quick ROI. The ROI is critical because that's why you buy systems. You don't buy systems because they cost you money. You buy systems because they're going to make you money. And AI is a massive enabler for that. So Acumatica is this. So it ticks the boxes for a single code base, extensible APIs, robust security, cross-functional design. It can be shape-shifted, like I say. That's to me the easy part. You can make it do exactly what you want, like you want, with workflows, with screens, with content. It's intuitive. It's really easy to work. It gives you an ROI and it's scalable. So we scale up. If you don't know, we have unlimited user license out of the box, but you can scale up transactionally to very, very high volumes, and you can scale functionally. So that's kind of my message. Let's end with the Q&A. So Shannon, if you can read some of those Q&As out to Sergey, and I will do our best to answer. So any question, given that we've got no time left, or we can maybe answer them by email. I don't know. We're a little bit over time, but I'm happy to take the questions. So do you want to read those out? Currently there.
I'm on mute. Will the AI assistant button, top right of your screen, only become available in 2026 R1, and will it be released to all Acumatica customers' licenses?
The answer is yes. It's released 26 R1. It's available. It's a license option, so you need to have the license option on, but is available immediately. Is available from 2 months ago. Yeah, that's the answer.
Will the modern UI be operational in 2026 R1, or will it be enforced as the only UI? I think Sergey mentioned it will be possible to
It's
switch
optional.
between
Yeah, you
the
can switch.
classic UI and modern.
So Sergey, you can answer that question and for us as well.
Yes, the modern UI is fully in production and actually recommended for use starting from 26 R1.
Okay. Are there plans to release bug fixes on the modern UI in 2025 R2? There are several cases where a bug on the modern UI exists, but fixes are only released in 2026 R1. This is a pretty important one. AC-363671. In the modern UI, if a user searched for a specific recording used by the search box in the top pane and clicked one of the search results, the system could open an incorrect record instead of the selected one. The issue affected multiple types of records, such as sales, orders, or AP
Okay,
bills.
stop there because it's too long. Maybe Sergey, you can answer in terms of the principle there. Okay.
Yeah, let me answer. So I'll double check with the platform on this specific issue, but in general, 25 R2 was not yet recommended for the production use. It was more like experimental, where 26 R1 is recommended for the production use. So our focus is to actually fix bugs, most of the bugs in 26 R1 and 25 R2 may not get all the support, but we are still trying to fix the critical issues. I'll do my best to expedite this.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Is that all the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, and then some people are asking, can we share? We will be sharing the video, etc.
Yeah, so I can't see some people's names. So if you could just pop me an email, I'll put my email address in the comments. If you want a video, I can see most of you, but some are anonymous for some reason. So just pop me an email if you're anonymous and you're wanting a copy of the recording.
Okay.
Cool.
Because I hate not ending, I wanted to show you my picture because I uploaded the picture. So I hate not completing something. So that was just the picture that I uploaded that was generated right in front of our eyes, first time ever.
Nice.
So I'll end there. So thank you guys. Appreciate your time today. And my last slide, I actually said there, book time with me. So anyone in the audience, welcome to mail me directly and book time. Happy to spend time with you. If you're not an Acumatica customer or are, doesn't matter. I like to chat to people and answer any questions and show you whatever you'd like to see. So please do that. Happy to do that. So thank you all for your time today.
Chris's hand is up.
Thank you very much.
One question.
Oh,
Sure.
okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Cheers, bye.
Bye for now.
Evening.